What's up guys, Mickey Motions here, and this is a Formula 1 2011 commentary. And in this commentary I want to talk about the critics who believe that the Formula 1 results this year are too random. Now, after having 7 different winners in 7 different races this season, the results have been quite random. It's almost like a lottery ticket, because we're always having different winners and we never know who's actually consistent throughout the whole year. And this year it has been difficult for teams to understand these Pirelli tyres. And another factor, and you can see that the competitiveness has increased as well, because in qualification you look at from 1st to 10th, there's not really much difference between the 2 times. And this is why the critics have said, yes, it's exciting, but it's just too random. Now the problem I have with these critics is that every year they always have something to say, something bad to say about Formula 1. There's always this, there's always that, there's this problem, there's that problem. And it's like, when will Formula 1 ever be perfect for them? Because by the time Formula 1 is ever perfect, they're still going to moan. But even so, I actually think they kind of have a point. I think it's actually been too random. I mean, you can't actually tell which team is actually really successful or not, because it always seems to depend on how well these tyres are going and how well these teams seem to understand these tyres. And I think halfway through the season we have to at least see a bit of consistency with the teams. You have to see which teams who are actually doing good and which teams aren't doing good, because at the moment you can only tell if teams are actually doing good from how their car has been reliable. Like Mercedes, they're more at the bottom. That's because, you know, Michael Schumacher has been unlucky, but you can't say that he hasn't been driving well. His car's fast, so you can't really tell what teams deserve to be in what position in the Constructors' Championship. And I mean, I know it is exciting for the viewers. I mean, I find it exciting as well, but then I watch it and then I think, this is kind of stupid. You might as well like have flipping 5-year-old driving and he's probably going to be in 1st place. You know what I mean? It's just too random. And you know, like all the middle teams like Sauber, Williams, you know, they're all saying, they're encouraging this. They think this is a good idea, that it's so random and it's so competitive. But they're only saying this because they want to be at the front. They want to have their chance of getting 1st place. Now I'm sure that the guys at the top like McLaren, Ferrari and Red Bull, they're not going to be too happy with this, because they don't want to have to compete with all the teams. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, since when has Formula 1 been that competitive? Now obviously we don't want to see what happened like for the last few years with Red Bull always getting #1. We don't want to see Ferrari always getting #1, you know, always getting pole throughout the whole of the season. But I think Formula 1 needs to find that balance between getting too random and teams winning too much. I mean, it's okay if it happens once in a while, like let's say Ferrari, I don't know, just dominate the whole season for some reason. But then with other years, hopefully it would be different. Do you get what I mean? I mean, it's not a bad thing if a team dominates the whole season. They've just worked well and they deserve to be at #1, unless they've cheated, of course. But that's all just my opinion. Guys, don't dislike just because of my opinion. This is just my opinion. This is what I think. You know, if you dislike what I say, just tell me in the comments. No need to dislike the video, because that's just kind of stupid, because, you know, this takes effort to make this video. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a few people who has to agree with me, because I think I've got a valid point. I mean, if they can find that balance between teams winning too much and random teams just winning the race, then I think that'll be okay for Formula 1, and Formula 1 can just continue as I just slide across their braking too late. So yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was Mickey Motions. Safe.
Shiesty for your P money, Roxanne, your ex so no lay. When I'm on the mic, I'm far from right, just 10 years hustling. So I made it ill meal trips, done a birdie, saw DV and it all came out so logic. Became a good fella and chill by the streets, so they call her back. I need the cash like, do you wanna OK? No, you're a pro with a green, you can mash in this town. I can make peas off gigs, I don't wanna see the judge in the crown. Got the bass rattling on my G's, are fresh from a young and I had enough quick. Mum's a lioness, she can never be a jammer or settle for less. On my birthday dates, always add big cakes. Roll with a blaze, smoke chase by the spray.